This was, and then we'll again go to Tanu ma'am and Poonam Joshi ma'am for the presentations, which will again encourage us and empower us more. But before we move on, actually, ma'am just told me to give her name, and she is a lawyer in her own right, and she is associated with State Commission of Women. Her area of interests lie with women and child development, and a lot of work has gone into it. With this brief introduction, and may I start with few questions which we all have actually, and it will be very kind if we can have your, the input from your end, what it is actually like. We have these doubts. A woman who faces IPV will not break the silence, more in higher socioeconomic strata than in lower socioeconomic strata. Cheating, infidelity, adultery, deception, to abuse, whatever be it, women will not speak, because finally at the end of the day they feel it is finally wo ghar ka mamla hai, and let's sort it out. Other people will say, try to sort it out at home before other people know of it. So is this generalization, is this idea right? Or do we need to come out openly about it?
First of all, I want to convey my thanks to the Paramita Madam, coordinator of this program, and Ashish, Dr. Ashish, who has did a wonderful work to make us together and for our presentation, and Ilanjana, the wonderful writer and developer draft for this seminar. I want to say you one thing. Whatever situation, I mean, we are discussing about the intimate partner violence or way. The first thing is what is happening. I am not saying this is good or bad. The main thing is that there is a denial. We are denying everything. We are denying that there is no such things happen. That is the main, I am saying, main root cause of these things. First is it is a denial, because my father was beating my mother. I have seen, and I grown up with that mindset, and I got married, and I have seen my husband is abusive, then my child is seeing in the same way. So it is a vicious circle. So previous generation was more violent than this generation, and the coming generation has a different kind of violence they are with their partners. So first of all, why your question is that whether it happens or not. This was the
my question is not exactly it happens or not. My question is, well, like peers, neighbors, if we know some IPV victim is there, violence is not physical. So how do we go about it with the legal help? Or so should we seek a legal help?
That's why I'm telling you, it's our neighbor, our family, our community, our Samaj people, or whatever we belong to, which religious group or whatever group, whether we are from rural background or we are from semi-urban or metro city girl, whatever it is, there is a denial. We don't want to intervene others' mamla. This is the one thing. We have that very kind of stereotype thing in our mind. Okay, this is their private matter. We should not, because how could I intervene into my neighbor's incident if she is suffering from any kind of violence from her partner? Because we are also subjected to that. In our family also it happens. It is not that our family is coming from Mars or Venus and we are a very happy family and very good community. Only it happens to this family or that girl to that girl. Because it is everywhere. It is everywhere. Whether the people who are speaking here, I'm telling you, who are speaker, wonderful doctors, police person, coordinators, more or less, whether it is a mental harassment, it is emotional violence or physical, everybody has faced in their life. Nobody can deny it. Whether it might not be in that manner, but in this stage or in childhood or in younger age or adolescent period with a live-in partner or with husband or parents or brothers or sister, we face. That is, we have to accept. So what happened? The community doesn't want to intervene in that. When community enter, whether it's a Kha Panchayat or a Samaj, they are sitting kangaroo court, when the family is in a lower status, when they are more vulnerable to that, then the community decide, okay, we will fix our diktat. Okay, you should do this, you should not do that. That kind of approach is there, because not only within the family, outside family, we are in an unequal relationship. We are classified by our class, our status, our monetary status, whether we are in job or in business, whether we are in army or we are civilians, whether we are from this religious group or whether we are belongs to minority, everybody has that kind of a different approach to that victim. So that's why I'm telling you, when the community and neighbors, they sometimes they feel it is bad, but they don't want to intervene. They don't want to identify because they want to deny it. They want to deny it. They want to accept, okay, this is happening to my neighborhood. This is happening to my near apartment, near, I mean, my next flat, or this is happening, and I should intervene immediately to that. Few activists, they are intervening. Then again, once or two times in an incident, then they came back. Okay, there are a number of cases. It happens every day in their life. Why should we intervene into that? So this kind of approach is there to the survivor. I'm not saying they're the victim, they are survivor. And I do believe it is the theory of the survival of the fittest. And the victims are not the fittest survivor. So it is so difficult for them when they are approaching their neighbors, when they are asking someone from community, they are saying something, they are asking for help, nobody is coming forward. So this is, it is not only within the family. I wanted to narrate, everybody was narrating Chadha's case. We forget Naina Sani's Tandoor case, 25 years ago.
Yes,
For Kapoor's wife case, they are the beautiful couple, handsome couple. So much happened on internet. Okay, though powerful couples. What happened to Sunanda? What happened to her medical report? What happened to legal status? You just such a pretty Zenta, such a pretty heroine. She has been abused in a cricket match, open area, and nobody, not a single person came forward when she needs a witnesses. When she filed a case, she was a very courageous lady. She filed a complaint against that big industrial. So, but what happened? Not a single her friend or single colleague or the people who were watching that match, not only the watching that match, they were watching that heroine. Nobody came forward to come forward for a witness or for an investigation. They didn't help the police personnel. So this is happening when there are celebrities, they are so powerful people. So think about an ordinary woman in family, without any choice, without any help, without any economic.
Truly. Yes. So, ma'am, with this, I like to ask the provisions of court to safeguard the victims and their children in case financially, in case of abandonment, child supports, then these compensations. Are the provisions of court are there to safeguard the victims?
I'm telling you, India has a wonderful system. A constitution has given us a wonderful fundamental rights, and we have a wonderful system of criminal justice system. We have a wonderful civil laws related to our maintenance, right to maintain, asking for maintenance or custody of children, and under DV Act, which has introduced in 2005. I mean, few years back, and there is a provision for giving a compensation to even not only to wife, even to the live-in partner, if they are in a relationship. And there is a provision for to right to residence. Suppose a husband is saying, get out from my house. The first thing when the husband and wife are fighting, or there is any abuse or any kind of violence on partner, the first thing is okay, first they beat and they say, okay, get out from my family. So there is no place for her to go out with small children or without children. So there is a provision. There is a wonderful provision legally. But this is all in pen and paper. When practically women are approaching, it is a so tedious, so time consuming, so nasty process, I am telling you. Woman has to go to police station. Woman is dialing a helpline number. What the first speaker of the superintendent of police was saying, there are a number. They are not working properly. They will come if there are other kind of cases are there. If it's a domestic violence, okay, aa jayenge, pati nahi to mara hai, just wait. So she has to go to police station. She has to go to police station for filing a FIR. She has to go to police station many times, and there is no home for her. Not her husband.
Do we understand violence only as physical? Or is mental harassment a part of it?
It is not only. We are saying it is about the 5 kind of violence. There is a verbal, physical, sexual, emotional, economical. So we can't confine it to a physical.
But for every part, we have these legal laws. The compensations and all are for there.
For these 5 kind of violence, whether it's a verbal, whether it's a emotional, economical, or sexual or physical, we equally treat under the domestic violence.
But does it need to be proved?
you see, for Indian law is based on the law of evidence. So for everything you have to prove. So if it is a beating, there is a scars on face, then you can prove. Then, but again, there is a $1 million question. Who will give that certificate? I was seeing all my wonderful doctors were speaking about we should do that and that. I am not blaming anyone because I have worked for one project, torture project against the victim of violence. So we have seen the handwritten statement of doctors. Okay, I'm not against anyone. I'm sharing my experience. So those writings are not narrative. It is always the least one. Injury, yes, okay, old or new, that's all. So in the court of law, you cannot prove on the forensic basis or in this doctor medical report. So most of the person get acquitted, acquittal hota hai, khalas ho jata hai because of this medical report. It hasn't proven. And for the emotional, economical, and verbal, you cannot prove. So it is very difficult for a survivor to prove what happened to her. When she is narrating, she is noting it down. There is no pakka evidence for her, all those happening to her, all those abuse things. And if she is recording anything verbal abuse, so piece of recording, mobile recording or any tape recording, it's not taking as a piece of evidence in court of law. So there are so many things, legality involved in that. I told you, we have a wonderful law for that. But in practical,
so what is the procedure by which a physician can help the IPV victim in getting legal support, or the neighbors can help? Like, what is the procedure by which a victim can get legal support through physicians or through neighbors and whatever? So what is the procedure by which it can be done?
So there is a one thing why neighbors are not calling police or helpline number, because the police started harassing them. So it is the first thing we have to take. Who is informing the police station or any helpline number? We should maintain the confidentiality.
Yeah, anonymity and
confidentiality. So that is the main part, because suppose one male member is very nice neighbor and he has seen the violence is happening to that. If he called police station, the immediately husband saying she is having a chakkar with that, she is involved with that person, that's why this person is going to help her. So that's why police has to maintain the confidentiality. They should not disclose the name of the informer who has giving tip to police, or they are dialing a number for physician. And
are there rules to safeguard children of IPV victims also alongside?
Yes, there are a very good legislation for that. Under Juvenile Justice Act, we have a wonderful act that describes the safety and security of children. One who are conflict with law, the other one are the who needs care and protection. So every district we have a child welfare committees, and child welfare committee, if they get any information related to that, there is a domestic violence or there is a something IPV intimate partner violence happening, children are there. So they are the person, they can take decision because they will see the best interest of the child. So it is the child welfare committee got power from JJ Act. They can do, but most of we don't have that information. So most of the parents, most of the women, they don't have these kind of information. If they are in Delhi, they do not know in which district they belong, in which child welfare committee is working. So most the people who are in rural area, to forget about them. They do not know what is a child welfare committee, how to approach them, how to go to them, how to ask for their children's protection and maintenance or custody. So it is sometimes because lack of awareness, lack of information, and the other thing, sometimes child welfare committee are not approaching to them. They are waiting. They are behaving very bureaucratically. That let them come. Survivors should come to them. So there is always, we are saying, when we are talking about our survivors' point of view, we should go to her doorstep rather than she should come to us. So approach is very difficult, that we have to wait. She has to go to the court for 10 times. So nobody will go to her that, okay, we are sending a penal lawyer to you. They will guide you. They will support you to file a case or how to file a case. They will know, suppose she dialed a 100 helpline number, suppose, and the police will come. The very next day will come to the police station and file your case. If you don't want to compromise, then you file. If you have to come to the police station. When she is going to the police station, you see each and every police station, whether it is from Haryana, whether it's from Bengal, whether it's from Tamil Nadu or Odisha. They are waiting outside for hours for filing a complaint. So then the realizing that position, the experience those agony, they come back and they think, okay, my home is better than this. At least my husband is beating me once. I don't have to go to police station again and again. Nobody is there to helping me out. And same thing happened in hospitals. Doctors are very busy. You see, mostly in AIIMS hospital or government hospital, it is not a private hospital. So doctors are extremely busy. They don't have a time. They cannot give a time for patient's hearing or for that patient. That person need a patient's hearing. So we don't have that kind of system developing at that. And so that's why when we are writing a report, we are writing in a one line that there is a mark, it's a half inch, what, old or new, that's all. So there is no narrative.
With due regards, doctors are supposed to write it in one line only. We have medical social workers for it. There are medical social workers for it who can elaborate the case.
Report should
elaborate should be done by MSWs. The doctors, because it is absolutely, because there are thousands of patients waiting in the line.
That's why it is not we are blaming doctors, because they are occupied. They are occupied with so much of their work. They have to see the many patients. So what happened when they are going there? Nobody is there for patients hearing. There is nobody is a narrative report. So lack of narrative report, because social works report will not work in court of law. Nilanjana madam,
so our question was like any sexual IPV also can be addressed with anonymity and confidentiality. So whatever. So whenever any IPV victims come up to you, or so how can they be helped? Suppose an IPV victim comes up with a child, or she is facing sexual IPV. Is the procedure same? Like somebody is forcing her for. Or is there some other procedure of maintaining anonymity?
Same. Or whether they are from domestic, they are from living relationship, they are from outside, they are from sex worker children, whatever. It is procedure is totally same for each and everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. That was very nice. We would have loved to connect more. With this, we come to end of the short discussion, though we look forward to more of your expertise and evidence-based information on it.
It is my experience I am telling you. Because Justice Board, I was in Child Welfare Committee. I have seen that work. I was in Women Commission, and when the people are coming, there is so much of negotiation from the victim side's parents. Okay, let him go back. Let them force her to go back. Don't send her back to here, because everybody wants now. If the married daughter will come to there, it will again create disturb to our son's life. So parents are forcing them. Family is forcing them to go out and adjust with your husband or with your partner.
That is the worst mindset, actually.
So, because with this, we don't